Hello, my little mathematicians. Today, I'm going to help you get started on C-61, which is reviewing multiplying mixed numbers, which is a fraction with a whole number. Okay, so first off, remember that whenever you have a worksheet like this, we need to show our work on a separate sheet of paper. So for problem A, it says 2 2/3 times 1 3/4. So always label that this is C-61 and then number your problems. This is A, and it's 2 2/3 times 1 3/4. Whenever you're multiplying with mixed numbers, you want to change those to improper fractions. You keep the denominators the same. So this denominator started as 3, this denominator started as 4. The numerator is found by multiplying the denominator with the whole number and then adding the numerator. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. Now that you have them as just normal fractions, we can continue. And before you multiply across, you can always check to see if you can cross cancel first. 3 and 7 can't cross cancel because nothing can go into both, but 4 and 8 are both divisible by 4. What is 8 divided by 4? 2. What's 4 divided by 4? 1. Now I have smaller numbers for when I multiply across. 2 times 7 is 14. 3 times 1 is 3. I can't leave it like that because it's improper, so I take the top and divide it by the bottom because it's saying 14 divided by 3. Remember, top dog goes in the house or in and out, like in and out, in and out. That's what a hamburger is all about. So 14 goes inside the house, 3 goes outside the house. Now, how many times does 3 go into 14? 4 times, because 3 times 4 is 12. When I subtract that, I get 2. So I put my remainder 2 over what I divided by 3. So 14 over 3 is the same thing as 4 2/3 because 3 goes into 14 4 times and has a remainder of 2. So I'm going to put my answer of 4 2/3 right here. Then I'm going to find 4 2/3 along the side, and that has the word the next to it. So up for A, I'm going to put the. Okay, let's try one more. So the next one, let's do B. And it says 1 7/8 times 2 2/5. So 1 7/8 times 2 2/5. Again, you're going to keep the denominators the same and then get your numerators by multiplying the whole number and the denominator and adding the numerator. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 7 is 15. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. What do you see that can go into both 5 and 15? Hopefully you said 5. What's 15 divided by 5? 3. 5 divided by 5? 1. What can go into both 8 and 12? Hopefully you said 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. Now, if you chose 2 instead of 4, you just would have probably had to reduce another time after we were done. Okay, so 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 1 is 2. When I multiply across with my new smaller numbers, and I can't leave it like that because it's improper, so I'm going to take the top and divide it by the bottom. 2 goes into 9 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. When I subtract that, I get 1. So I put my remainder over what I divided by. So 9 over 2 is the same thing as 4 1/2 for my final answer. So if I find 4 1/2 right here, for B, because that was the problem number, I'm going to put kid. So right now it says, did you hear about the kid? Let's skip really fast to problem N. Okay, when you're multiplying with 3, You do the same thing, it's just now you have 3 numbers that you're dealing with. So if I were to do problem M on here, okay, problem M says 7.5 times 1 1/3 times 7/12. Okay, I want to change these mixed numbers to impropers. So keep the denominators the same. And 2 times 7 is 14. 14 plus 1 is 15. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. And then that was already just a fraction, so I just keep it the same. Look to see if there's anything that can cross cancel. I can pick. I can either do 4 with the 12 or 2 with the 4. The choice is up to you. You can't do both because you can only do it once with something from the top and the bottom. So you make that decision. Okay, I know that 3 can go into both 3 and 15, so I'm going to start there. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Now, if you want to do the 2 and the 4, you go ahead and do that, and at the end, we should still get the same answer. I'm going to do the 4 and the 12 because I like getting as many big numbers smaller as I can. Okay, so I'm going to try to get the 12 down to a smaller number. So 12 divided by 4 is 3, and 4 divided by 4 is 1. Okay, and then I don't see anything else. And even if you could, sometimes it starts getting too messy, so you might want to multiply across anyway, and then look to see if anything can cross cancel. Okay, so 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 7 is 35. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. I can't leave it like that, so I'm going to take the top and divide it by the bottom. Now 6 goes into 35 5 times. When you multiply that, you get 30. And when you subtract that, you get 5. So you put your remainder of 5 over what you divided by, which was 6. So 35 over 6 is the same thing as 5 and 5 6. So for problem M, I would put 5 and 5 6. And then go ahead and find that along the outside. It's right here. So for problem M, I'm going to put because. Okay, I'm going to help you with 2 more things. Those bottom 2 word problems might be a little bit tricky. So let's go ahead and read them together. It says a box of 100 nails weighs 1 5/6 pounds. Mark used 3 1/3 boxes of nails to build a 2-story treehouse. How many pounds of nails did he use? Okay, so how many pounds of nails did he use? That's the main question. Well, 1 box weighs this many pounds, and he used 3 1/3 boxes. Do I need to know that 100? That's just saying there was 100 nails in this box that weighs this much. So no. And do I need this 2? That's just saying he built a 2-story treehouse. No. So I'm going to take how much each box weighs and how many boxes he used and multiply those together. Okay. I'm going to get you started on the next word problem. Let's read it together. It says there are 3 starfighters and 10 aliens in the play Space Trek. Each alien costume takes 2 1/4 yards of material. How much material is needed for all the alien costumes? Okay, so how much material for all the aliens? There's 3 starfighters. I don't care. I care about aliens. There's 10 of them. And each alien costume uses this many yards of fabric. So I'm going to multiply 10 times 2 1/4 yards. Congratulations, my little mathematicians. Once you finish this, you will be masters at multiplying mixed numbers. Don't forget to always show your work on a separate sheet of paper. Okay, this is just for you to record your answers. Always label the worksheet what it is that you're working on. Number your problems. Change write your original problem. Then change your mixed numbers to impropers. Show me what you reduced by. And then if you had to change a improper back to a mixed number, show me how you did that.